Alan Cheesley. I cycle all over Britain and Europe.
My name's Mike Harrison. I enjoy travelling and experiencing new things in life.
My name is Perry Jones, an ex-engineer.
My name's Paul, and I come from London, and I'm here in Colombia.
Well, if we start when I did it the first time, I was thinking all the way along the route is how I would like to experience this with some friends, and I suggested this when I came back to London, and they were very keen to do it, and it was a total success.
It was typically Colombian. Little villages, goats. It was an old train line that stopped in the 70s, but it was just incredible how these little bridges all over the crevasses were made.
It was very interesting because it had a lot of history, which I quite enjoyed. It was all overgrown, but it was very interesting to see the relics of past years and all the jungle.
It was a tough route. It was a hard ride, especially that one bridge that we had to walk over and tread on those rails, and you could see the gaps and see the drop. But that was exhilarating. It was fantastic. It was lovely to go through the countryside, seeing what you feel is the true Colombia.
I didn't know Colombia had such beauty, but the second biggest canyon in the world. It was just an incredibly privileged position to be in, to ride it.
There were a few more steep climbs, which I like. When we got to the top of that hill and we walked to the side and had that view all the way down the canyon, it was spectacular and also very calming. It was a lovely place to just sit there and let the wind blow through your hair and stare out at a view that it really takes your breath away.
The coffee farm reminded me of a bygone era. The house was very old. We actually saw the people weighing the coffee they picked that day, and it looked to us like it was something from the past.
But it was just like nobody else had been there. It felt like it was only the local people who had been on these treks.
That last little bit where we're going across a very narrow path, with those kind of stone blocks kind of shake as you go along, was it was fantastic and very peaceful again. But most of the time you're in your own headspace, surrounded by fantastic countryside.
It was something that was almost a fantasy to me. It reminded me of a film set.
Never done paragliding before, and I was very worried, and they took me up and they were gentle with me until I felt comfortable, and then we did some other little tricks.
When I got up in there, it was very kind of still and relaxing, and I felt in a different world at the time, and I felt that more relaxed, surprisingly, until they did the trick. They did a trick which was a loop, which made me realise that it was high up there, and yes, it was exhilarating.
From a very personal point of view, it's something I'm going to touch on from now for the rest of my life and do whatever I can to encourage people to come here.
We got to see things that you would not otherwise see if you were a tourist. We went to restaurants which were typical Colombian, which is what really we wanted to do anyway. I will always remember it.
Days that will live very much in the memory forever. I will always remember it and always look back on it fondly.
I would recommend this tour, not only because we've been to some beautiful places, but also because of the people.